Hello everyone and welcome back to Andy Practices on Camera. This is the third installment of this series. Maybe the least planned, but I need to practice. And I film these with a function. They're not just for your benefit. I film myself play and sing so that I can watch it and listen to it, and it helps me learn the songs better. But it also helps me catch things in the performances that I don't like and would like to change, or lyrics that I don't like. I review the tape. Like a sports team. So recording these as a double function. So if no one watches it, I still have to. So. We're not in tune. Should have started there. I work a 9 to 5, but not the kind I went to college for. The kind my folks could brag about at church, or at the grocery store to all their friends, the kids who wound up lawyering or doctoring instead of stocking shelves. I made peace working through the night while everyone is sleeping in their beds next to the people they adore. 'Cause I'm keeping all my money socked away inside dresser drawers no one's ever cared about or used. And when I blow this town, I'll be gone. When I blow this town. There's a van out in the parking lot collecting dents and dust, and some nights I can feel the steering wheel in hand. Despite the rust, I feel the kindred kind of spirit that a cowboy might have felt inside the loyalist of steel. I imagine all the furniture I own packed in the bed and get the feeling that if I load it up, I'd get ahead of all the troubles washing over me, wearing down the levees I have built to keep alive. When I blow this town, I'll be gone. Nothing to pin me down, I'll be gone. When I blow this town, I drive that van as far as it'll go. In my dreams, I drive it off the edge of all I know. All I know. When I It's 9 to 5. The title I stole from Dolly Parton, inadvertently, didn't mean to, but I mean, you know, multiple people have 9 to 5s. But there's also a decent amount of this song, it feels, there's a Jason Isbell song, Alabama Pines, I think is the name. I think that's the name of the song. And it's very similar to this song. I should say my song is very similar to his song. So, you know, if he ever decides to get litigious on me. Sometime past midnight, she crossed through my door, and now this ain't nothing we ain't done before. So when the sun rises, I already know I'll wake up alone. The smell of her perfume stained to my bed. The taste of her brandy is aching my head. All too familiar. Whenever I'm stoned, I wake up alone. Maybe it's hopeless taking her calls. Yeah, maybe I'm foolish hoping it all, but I keep on rushing to pick up my phone and wake up alone. Wake up alone, yeah. wrote that for a story, actually, because I needed a character in a story to have a song. So I wrote the song for the character as the character. I wrote the song as the character in the song, so that I could have the song in the story. But I still play it now and then. It's missing something. It needs it needs to go to the minor, like after it does the resolves. And then it needs to go like. Something like that. So, songs in progress. If I ever wanted to make that into and I kind of do, want to make that into a real song. Or I should say a finished song, a complete song, because it's unfinished. I don't know where. I don't have an anecdote, actually. I don't have an anecdote. Jack was one hell of a fighter. He never was one to make plans, and Jack never shouldered a problem that he couldn't take down with his hands. The newspapers called him a champion, common folk called him a king, but to Jill he grew ever more distant each time that he rode from the ring. The doctor said Jack couldn't take it, too many blows to the head. Tire, son. Oh, besides, you were coughing instead. But Jack wasn't born to be nothing, to idle while lesser men bled. Jill knew that quitting was almost as good as admitting dead. Jack told her they were immortal, and Jill said she already knew. And Jack stepped in blood to the waistline, and Jill got her hands dirty too. Jill held the bag, played trainer, that's what I get for it. Patched up the yard, cut him she iced all the spots that were aching. She never said give up or lose. So Jack rose like no man before him. Fight after night, rain or shine, stacking the hill he could die on, higher than any would climb. And Jill told him they were immortal. Jack said it's all 'cause of you. Jill was his partner of greatness, and Jack was her ingenue. Jack stood across from a stranger, shaking a pale deja vu. A champion size and a challenger, red corner facing the blue. The bell rang and time stopped completely, then rang again and was through. The challenger crowned a new champion, champion cloven in two. Jack told her they were immortal, and Gil had a feeling he knew. Jack took a fall in the fifth round, and Jill went tumbling too. That one tells a nice little story. I like that one. If I'm allowed to write, like my own songs. Most of the time, like 98% of the time, I don't. So, on camera, I feel like it's important that I like my own songs. Because I don't much otherwise. So when I was going through the album songs, one of them is Welcome to the Planet, and I haven't really even tried to figure it out, because what I need to do with it, what I need to do is sit with some drum loops, because it's a rhythm song, and until I really have a rhythm for it, it's hard to get a melody, and you can kind of get it in the lyrics, the patter of the words, but that's the next step. I'll do Welcome to the Planet again. I'll read it again, because I like it, and it's just to get the words. I gotta memorize them, and even if I don't have a song for it ready, I want to know the words, so that when it comes, it's in the back of my brain, and I don't have to think about it. So Welcome to the Planet. is the name of this song. Welcome to the planet, leave your shoes by the door. Take a couple minutes, walk around and explore. We'd like to leave it better than we found it before. I'm not sure that we'll have the time. Welcome to the planet-sized factory floor where you'll be standing upright till you're 74. I bet you'll never had to pay to shop at a store. I bet you've never had to pay to shop at a store. Careful. You steal, it's a crime. Nobody owns anything after they die. Nobody owns anything while they're alive. Welcome to the planet in perpetual war. No point in naming dead when there are 8 billion more. Tranquility and peace are for the lame and the poor. The meek won't inherit a dime. Welcome to the planet. How you feeling so far? Locked inside the trunk of Satan's getaway car. Remember, when you're president or pope or a star, the one thing you can't buy is time. Nobody owns anything after they die. Nobody owns anything while they're alive. But somebody loans everything you need to survive, and it's nice when they don't make you beg. Who do you beg to? Who do you call when your kid has the flu? Who do they beg to? Is it the doctor, your bosses, or you? Welcome to the planet where you are what you're worth. Another Sunday morning, burning, salting the earth. 300,000 years of playing king of the dirt for plastic to outlast us all. Nobody owns anything after they die. Be mummified. Nobody owns anything while they're alive. Pyramid guys. Nobody owns anything after they die. 500 feet high. Nobody owns anything while they're alive. Empty inside. Nobody owns anything. So the end of that last little, what I'm picturing is it's sort of a call and response. So it'll be the standard chorus, nobody owns anything after they die. Nobody owns anything while they're alive. I think that's roughly the melody. Nobody owns anything after they die. Nobody owns anything while they're alive. Something like that. And then there'd be the response in that last chorus, be mummified, pyramid guys, 500 feet high, empty inside. I got to that image. I mean, obviously, Egyptians, I got to the image from pyramids, Egyptians, Egypt. But it's funny to look back at history, especially things like that, and realize, there's always been rich, powerful people working other people into oblivion for their monuments. And now, we get to go look at the pyramids and we go, wow, that's crazy. Look at that. Nuts. The Colosseum. Nuts. Monuments to killing each other. It's interesting. I mean, I'm not saying tear them down. We should keep them. But we should remember them for what they are. Tombs. And so it makes me think of, I don't know if you've ever been, phone. I don't know if you've ever been to Memphis, but there's a Bass Pro Shop that's a giant pyramid. And I had a verse in the original version of this song that was like specific about Memphis. It was like something about burying the CEO of Bass Pro Shop in his pyramid with all the employees in the way that pharaohs buried themselves with their slaves. And that felt really interesting to me. And I actually don't even know that pharaohs buried themselves with their slaves. I know they buried themselves with cats sometimes, which I get. And, there's a part of me that would do. I get it. I get that. Immortalize my cats, put them in the pyramids. That's nonsense to anyone who doesn't know anything about, Egypt, I guess. And I don't know anything about Egypt, to be frank. What do I look like? Laura Croft, colonizer. There's a chorus clinging to Broadway, 1,001 of a kinds, and a shadow dancing on neon that will never be mine. There's a heartbreak waiting to happen, a half dozen more in the past, and a sinking quicksand sensation draining my glass. And I'm stuck here waiting for something. Yeah, I'm stuck here screwing around, stuck here spinning my wheels in somebody else's town. When I met her, she was a firefly, sprung from a mason jar pound, ladybug luck, melancholic and runaway bound. She said I left home quick as a ballet. I fired myself into the air. Ensemble over the freeway, aiming for anywhere. Now I'm stuck here waiting for something. I'm stuck here screwing around, stuck here spinning my wheels in somebody else's town. Now most nights feel like the last one, and most days drag on the same. Most nights feel like the last one. Nothing's changed. When she moved in, I was a scarecrow, driving off anything kind. She saw through all of my stuffing and changed my mind. So we're stuck here waiting for something, stuck here I like that song. The first time I got to play that song in public was at the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville. And the song's about Nashville, and there was something really gratifying about being in that space, in that building, which I love. It's my favorite place. I mean, it's the favorite place I've ever played. I've never played at a place that I like more than that. And everyone listens, and it's so Nashville. You know, Taylor Swift and Tim McGraw and all the people they trot out. It's so Nashville, and to sing this song there meant a lot to me. And I'll be back there for the first time in a couple years in September. If you're watching this years down the line, September 2024, I will be back at the Bluebird, and I'm nervous already, but that's what the summer's for. Playing music in bars is hard, and so playing there at the Bluebird, where everyone is listening, and it's a restaurant and it's a bar, and you're still getting your food and everything. There's still tables, but everyone came for the music, and not just that, they came for the music to listen to the music. Because there are some concerts you go to, you don't go to listen to the lyrics, right? You go to feel the music. You just go to jam out and have a good time, which is great. I love that, but that's not the kind of song I write. And I definitely don't write songs that I imagine being played in the background. I play songs as if I write songs, I should say. I write songs for the foreground, to be the focus. They are the piece that I want. And so historically, I have played my songs by myself, partly because of that. There's like a snobbishness to it. There's a snob, like, purist that's like, if the song doesn't work with a guy and a guitar, then the song doesn't work. If the performer, the artist, can't make the song work just by reading the words, really, then it's not a good song, in my opinion. Or I should say, it's not good lyrics. Good lyrics demand attention. And I try to write lyrics that demand attention. It's something I care a lot about. And it's something I like in my favorite artists. Jackson Browne, who has written so many songs that are radio songs that just get played on in the background, and you've heard them a million times and you don't know any of the words. And then you go read the lyrics to Doctor My Eyes or Running on Empty. And go, oh my God, there's a guy in there. And he's got something to say. And I've gotten to see him play a couple of times. I've been lucky. And being in the room, sitting on the other side of it and listening and really, putting the music and lyrics at the foreground. That's a special kind of concert. I love a rager, I say that. I don't actually. I love that ragers exist and people have them and, people go to them. It's not really my thing. But, I'm glad they exist. But I don't want every concert to be that. In the same way that we wouldn't want every concert to be a hushed library performance. But I love a hushed library performance, I gotta tell you. Give me a library music venue. Where's that? Swampy asphalt heat simmers off the city streets. Forget the chords. Sweating over gilded marble halls. Monuments in white stand sentry in the night, lording over peasants on the mall. Oh, say, can you see the scavengers are out? They look just like me. They're foaming at the mouth. I wonder how much longer we'll consent to be left thrifting through the corpses. What the lions leave. Another vote goes by, the color of their ties, while their offices like lives are bought and sold. The laws that serve the strong are never questioned long in honorific coward strangleholds. Oh, say, can you see the predators are out? They say they're just like me, and no one dares to doubt, 'cause anyone reflecting might find it hard to eat the table scraps and doggy bones that the lions leave. And oh, sister, I've tried telling the truth. Oh, sister, I've lied time and again. And oh, sister, I'm tired of nothing to lose. Oh, sister, we're home with the dead. Oh, say, can you see the dissidents are out picketing the streets? Just listen to the sound of footfalls on the pavement, voices like rallies in the wind, rallies on the wind, rattling the cages outside the lion's den. Hey, we can feel excuses running out. Promise that we're free, then shoot us when we shout. Every voice in anger join as they believe in something more than aces up crony dickhead sleeves. And no one out there marching is still content to bleed in silence in the soup lines until the lions leave. Swampy asphalt heat. Ugh. I don't know what to do. From a poem standpoint, it has to be that. I like artistically, like, I mean, it doesn't have to be that. No lyric has to be. I could find some other line that would work and, you know, sand the edges off and everything would look fine. But I want it to be swampy asphalt heat. But it is just miserable to sing. Swampy asphalt heat. Swampy asphalt heat. Swampy asphalt heat simmers off the city streets. Ugh. Swamp. I was trying to think about what covers I would do. Because I have not been good about planning and printing stuff out. And I have to, I mean, like, because there is a version of me that because I didn't print out the lyrics I needed for practice, I wouldn't practice. Self-defeating, you see. Because I didn't print the lyrics, and so now I can't practice. So I make myself do it anyways, but it does mean that I'm practicing without the lyrics that I meant to print. And I was trying to think of covers that I haven't done before I already, 3 weeks in. It's not even 3 weeks, it's just 3 practices in. I'm already repeating. Not like I'm not repeating all the other songs. But off the top of my head, I feel like I don't have very many. It's hard to remember songs. Looking, I started singing the wrong song. What is the first line? See, I told you I don't remember. It's so hard remembering songs. Bruce Springsteen has these TV teleprompters, so he's karaokeing his own song, and of course that's brilliant. And honestly, like, when did we make memorization part of the game, and that is the performance aspect, because, and I think there's something to performing. I was listening to somebody talk the other day. They were talking about memorization, about how in schools and everything we have moved away. Thank God. I mean, in a lot of respects, thank God, we've moved away from memorization, because it isn't learning. It's just, it's cataloging. But there is also something to memorizing text that means something to you. It's the people who memorize Bible verses or mantras or poems. There's something to having it memorized. And there aren't very many things like that. I mean, I should say there are a ton of things like that I have like partially memorized, and can bring up like just because that's just like how my weird little brain works. But I can very rarely do it at my own will. I can't just go, I can't just pick something and recite it. I can't just do to be or not to be. Like there's like a certain prompting that has to happen, and I can get most of it. But if I tried now, I'd embarrass myself. So I won't. I cannot remember the lyrics to this song. I mean, I'll have to play something else, unfortunately. There's a torn up ticket stub, sun bleached beyond deciphering. But I bet you know which film we saw. It was something black and white, with names you're supposed to recognize. And it felt like it was 9 hours long. Anyway, I've got it stashed in a box with random artifacts from a move I never found the nerve to quit. Anyway, it has the power to conjure empty theater parking lots if you ever hold the other half of it. There's a moment when the past began without my noticing. The set changed while I was looking at my phone. And by the time I realized the spotlights were right in front of me, I wake up from the nightmare on my own. Anyway, that's how it feels. It's like a scene I haven't memorized, so I improvise. but nothing ever fits. Anyway, it falls apart. It's a sappy little monologue without you to read the other half of it. Anyway, out of the solo. Anyway, that's all to say that I realized I'm forgetting you, and time is short and all that other shit. Anyway, you'll fade away like a wishbone from my memory, but it's nice to hold the other half of it. Does that song need a bridge? I think it needs a solo. I think it needs a solo. When I did I think it needs that exact solo. Is what I think. Got a bunch of other ones still. I got, yeah. You two over here. I'm so unorganized. It's insane. In my head, I have like a little folder. In my head, when I go to do these, and it made me practice really. In my head, I show up and there's a little binder that's been prepared for me, that I've already prepared. I printed out all the songs. They're already in there. They're already hole punched. They're just flippable. And I sit down. Equipment is ready. Not that this is it's just my phone. But you know, if I decide to start doing this more professionally than I do it now, which I have the capability of doing. I have the stuff. I have to set up the stuff. And I could record this better and have better sound and better video. But I haven't set it up. And it's that ideal world thing. I was like, okay, well, yeah, I'm working on it. Ideally, I would have printed out the songs for new covers, and this practice would have been something closer to a show. Because that's the goal. You practice how you play. And so I want to get to the point where I'm playing a show so that I am, in fact, playing a show when I work. Let's do... Last night I dreamed about you. or the person I thought you might be. You were out on the beach in a white dress, like a Photoshop magazine, and the sun glanced off your shoulder, and the wind pulled your hair out of place, and I recognized that pain in your eyes, but I couldn't quite picture your face. No, try as I might, I just couldn't quite finish a moment. Try as I might, I just couldn't quite capture or hold it, so I just kept rolling. But I know that one of these nights you'll find a new poet, one who's a little more whole, a little less broken. Last night I dreamed about you, or the person I thought you might be. You were older than how I remembered, like a black and white Hollywood screen. I need to rewrite, but it looked like you were happy. And the years had treated you kind, like the life you had lived gave you all it could give. Seconds after our time, yeah, try as I might, I just couldn't quite finish the moment. Yeah, try as I might, I just couldn't quite capture or hold it, so I just kept rolling. But I know that one of these nights you'll find a new poet, one who's a little more whole, a little less broken. Drifted out of focus, and I found myself back at a bar with a crowd like tennis, guitar in my hands, trading covers for tips in a jar. But I belted out all of my favorites, Jackson Brown, Hootie, and all, and I packed up my shit, and the Lord admitted that I was still dreaming it all. Try as I might, I just couldn't quite finish the moment. just kept rolling. But I know one of these nights you'll find a new poet. Maybe I'll be a new poet. That's the line, right? I'll be a new poet. One who's a little more whole, a little less broken. I don't remember writing that song. I wish I did. I wish I remember, because I know it was one of those, generally speaking, there are two types of songs. There's one that gets finished right away, a first draft anyway. No song is finished right away. There's always revisions, always revise. I never stop. Anyway. I forgot what I was talking about. And then I can go back in the video and I'll find it. And there'll be this moment where I lose it. This happens to me all the time. Ask my students. My poor students. What was I talking about? Revising. Songs that are finished. Not remembering. There are two types of songs. Songs you finish right away, in the moment. Or there are the songs that you labor over. There's a cardinal at my window. That you labor over. You really labor over. It takes a long time. Every line is work. And it's sweaty. It's just like, it's just every version of the song is sweaty. And, but as Toni Morrison says, the language must not sweat. Beautiful poetic language must not sweat. It can't look like it's trying. If someone feels you trying, then you lost them. It's fake, and it isn't. They can't buy it anymore. Their suspension of disbelief is broken, and they don't follow your story. They don't believe you. But if it's effortless, it looks like it doesn't sweat, that's the way. And so the two types of songs are some that are born right away and they just work. It was just a lucky kind of, I wrote these words in this order and it became this song. My first edition of Tired was that way. I wrote it in like 10 minutes. I wrote it like a sentence. But then there are songs like Delta, which was labor. It took months. Although, I mean, I say that now, some of these songs that I've been working on have been labored over for years. Bye Bye Mary, for example. There's a transition. Look, see, planning. Not really planning, but the illusion of planning. The language must not sweat. This is why I don't dress up for these. I thought about it. I mean, I really did. I was, you post videos of yourself online, and so you go, oh, well, shit, well, maybe I should look nice. But who cares, So, I mean, this is work for me. And, I mean, it's the work, I should say. I love it, but I'm not going to dress up. So I'm wearing sweatpants and, a shirt that has a velociraptor on a motorcycle. It's a very controversial shirt. People don't like that. People don't like velociraptors on motorcycles. philosophy from comic books and sitcoms. Had a doctorate in ethics by the age of 15. Folks said she had stars for eyes, locked behind her Ray-Bans, a small town city slicker, and acid wash jeans. Her best friend is a Louisville. She stashed behind her dresser, 'cause swinging is the only way she's ever going down. She isn't keen on social cues or keeping up appearances. Sorry, I have to stop. God damn it. Two things. The first is I wrote this song, and it's me trying to be Hootie and the Blowfish. There are a couple of songs that are like that. Hootie and the Blowfish is out like touring now, which is like, I love that, but I mean, I just like, when do I get to go see Hootie and the Blowfish? They're not. I don't think they're coming here, so I won't get to see them. It's funny though, because like it felt like when I was listening to Hootie and the Blowfish, like none of my friends liked Hootie and the Blowfish. It was like, why are you listening to like old people music? But now they're back. The reason I had to stop is because I have this Louisville stashed behind her dresser. And I use the word dresser, if you remember, in 9 to 5. And that won't do. So that means the 9 to 5 needs to change. I used to do pillowcases, the old lyric to 9 to 5. So this is the lyric from Bye Bye Mary. Her best friend is the Louisville stashed behind her dresser, 'cause swinging is the only way she's ever going down. And on 9 to 5, the line is, money socked away inside dresser drawers that no one's ever cared about or used. So, dresser drawers no one's ever cared about or used. That, the image I'm trying to get is living alone. So when you live alone, there are things that are made for two people that you don't really think about, but you take for granted. And so what I'm looking for is a perfect thing like that, like pillowcases. Like, how many pillows does one person really need? Pillowcases was my first. A pillowcase that no one's ever cared about or used, to symbolize, this. But that, I mean, maybe I talked myself into it. Dresser drawers, though, it's like you take that half, that also has the same thing. Dresser drawers, cross. A pillowcase. That no one's ever cared about or used. And so Bye Bye Mary stays the same. 9 to 5 drops dresser. And so now, is that insane? But I mean, that's the kind of, you have to change words. The words matter. Individual words matter. I almost launched into a anti-AI The words matter. Words are used to convey feelings. Machines don't have feelings. And if they do, if we make machines that have feelings, like, then we should be talking, cool, that's a different conversation. But for now, computers don't have feelings. And so what we do is we have flawed computers made by flawed dum-dums who are very, very smart. But dumb in the emotional way that I need them to be smart. And they've made this robot that will run off this artificial intelligence that is fundamentally flawed because it has no feelings. You cannot have an intelligence without feelings. Knowledge, just knowledge by itself without feeling is useless. And so it's the fundamental problem with AI. It can't feel. And so it can't write to save its life because it hasn't felt anything. It hasn't been through anything. Now, get me a computer that can experience things and log them away. Then we'll be talking. Let's start. We don't take care of the people we have alive. We should not make AI robots that walk around. But we're going to. We're gonna do that for sure. Oh God, that might happen in my lifetime. I'll have to start Bye Bye Mary over again. I'm almost out of water. Oh no. Tell you what, I might skip Bye Bye Mary. Nah. No skipping. My other cat's around. Last time we saw Morris, oh my goodness, you come here, you chunk. This is Malcolm. He's the captain here. He runs things. This is his belly. It's so giant. There you go. He doesn't normally like when I practice, so I'm surprised he's here. I'm desperate for attention. You and me both. She stole her philosophy from comic books and sitcoms, had a master's in ethics by the age of 15. Book says she has stars for eyes locked behind her Ray-Bans, a small town city slicker in acid wash jeans. Her best friend is a Louisville, she's stashed behind her dresser, 'cause swinging is the only way she's ever going down. She isn't keen on social cues or keeping up appearances. Now she says she's never need 'em. She says she'll never need 'em once she's buried this time. And she hears the trains blow steam round midnight, and dreams that carry her on. My Mary, I know you'll never marry, so why bury your feet in the ground? Fly Mary away to some big city singing bye bye Mary, see you around. Daddy was a salesman chasing waiters on the weekend, and Mama's love was buried under words she never used. She's more than destiny. She's bigger than her fortune. She doesn't see a hand you're dealt as something you can lose. She hears a train blowing steam around midnight, and the dreams that carry her on. My Mary, I know you never marry, so why bury your feet in the ground? Fly, Mary, away to some big city singing, bye, Mary, I'll see you around. See you around, yeah. See, that song's not finished because it needs that jammy kind of blues traveler solo section, because that's the way that song's supposed to go. I keep trying to make it like a singer-songwriter thing, but it's not. It's a jam band song, and that's more fun anyway. So, but it needs to go somewhere, and so I gotta work on that. But I've had this song forever. There's a video of me doing it, I think in like 2016. And it was, I mean, about the same song. Oh God, I really do need water, but the thing of it is, it's just like I have it in me that like, I mean, I could just get up and fill my water in the bathroom sink, but you know, what will you think of me if I were to get up and go over to a bathroom and fill my water? This is our relationship. Now you can see what a shitty fucking outfit I have on. You see? Sweatpants roll all the way up. This is the worst fucking look. I can't believe I'm filming this. But it's part of it. It's just, you know what, it's whatever. If you've watched this far, you know that this is part of, you know, you get what's happening. I had to do it. It's just the way things are. All right, we've got Midwestern Pain. Becoming was in here somewhere. And then lose it again. I have to actually do it this time because there it is. All right, I have Midwestern Pain and Becoming, which are actually in the same key. So I'm gonna do them back to back. And we're gonna see if I can bridge one into the other. It's gonna be Becoming into Midwestern Pain, I think. I had my gut told me to do it the other way, but I think I'm wrong. And I think we start with Becoming. I better have glasses. All right, I have water. Sometimes practice runs long. It means you're having fun. Whenever I was asked what I would be, I was The Rock or Laura Croft or Obi-Wan Kenobi. Wasn't worried about World War III or anything. I wasn't anxious yet, but I was plagued by masculinity, workshopping jokes instead of notes and trigonometry. I was a failed launch, spitting noxious fumes and flames around me, a comatose ghost, a diagnosed morose and ADHD. That's the wrong line. I was a failed launch, spitting noxious fumes and flames around me, a wannabe astronaut till I got stopped before. A wannabe astronaut. I was a failed launch, spitting noxious fumes and flames around me, a wannabe astronaut till I got stopped before my shot to leave. I've been trying to write myself for half my life, but the words aren't coming. And I've been lying to myself all this time. Now the words aren't coming. I was a corpse without a corpse in front of me, a college dropout working retail and pro wrestling. Wasn't sure what I was or who I was supposed to be, a comatose ghost with diagnosed morose and ADHD. I've been trying to write myself half my life, and the words weren't coming. I've been lying to myself all that time. The words aren't coming. If I could find me, I would remind me who was behind me, who had designed me. If I could find me, I would remind me. Words are divine, but there isn't one alone that can define me. I've been trying to write myself half my life. The words weren't coming. But that's a lie, I knew myself all that time. It's not that words weren't coming, it's that words were something I'd been mining in myself every night, in my forge refining, whistling songs reminding me to love myself and make me mine, to be who I'm becoming when the words start coming. Oh, it's a time signature shift. I hadn't thought about that. I can't just... Becoming is in 4/4. Midwestern Pain is in 3/4. So it doesn't really work that way. But it is the same key, so... Middle of nowhere, there's a cold little graveyard, and a headstone engraved in my name. smoke spirits, nothing comes near. It's me and me alone at the end of my flame, waiting on cyclones to tear out the tombstones planted on the Midwestern Plains. For 5 generations we farmed in this nation, preying on harvests and rain, till corpos and bulldozers flattened our neighbors and drove all the others away. So now when I rode down the main street of our town, the houses and storefronts remain, but the folks have all vanished, 'cause billionaires banished them off of the Midwestern Plains. And this land is haunted by cowboys with nothing to show, pilgrims and paisley. I'm dressed up with nowhere to go, no place to go. Offer thy fealty to Christa, swear on Columbus's ghost. Marley won't tell you nothing Lakota don't know. In the middle of nowhere, Eden or Iowa, stars hang a stone's throw away. I sit and sift through the sins of my fathers and can't find a reason to stay. But at dawn, in a distance, a heart cries resistance. It echoes out wild and sustained. Their home on the prairie is hereditary. They'll liberate Midwestern Pain. That's the first time that song I think has sounded right. Good. That's nice. All right, I do actually have one more. So this is the encore, because I have not done Melt, because Melt requires a tuning change, and I want to do Melt because I really like this one. I think this one has single quality to it. You know, this could get radio play. All the execs will drool for my ode to a green M&M. Maybe love is a graded list of reasons why a person shouldn't throw me away. Tally up the points, evaluate the score, and then decide if I should fuck off or stay. Every metric in the making of the rubric is reflected in the reason I'm scared or afraid. Yeah, the devil, sad or afraid. What is that? Every metric in the making of the rubric is connected to a reason that I'm sad or afraid. Yeah, the devil that I know's in the mirror, and the one I don't's better off at arm's length. But when you hold me, yeah, you hold me, I know. So maybe love is a Frankenstein creation on the table where the creature is me. Replacing parts, making changes until someone sees a person they can stomach to keep. Yet in the end a monster is his maker does, and I destroy the very lover I was trying to be. So I run off to the Arctic in a wild dramatic haze till I tumble through an ice. Why am I trying to do this? Till I tumble through an iceberg and freeze. But when you hold me, yeah, you, yeah. Hold me, I know. I thought that love was jumping off of cliffs till I quit flinching at the sight of the ground. I thought that love was burning all the bridges crossing over into my hometown. I thought that love was for people holding hands in the dark when there's nobody else around. Then you hold me. When there's no one there, I know. Come on, that's a banger. That's a fucking banger. Come on. Give it to me. Give me a music career. What are you waiting for? Music executives don't watch things like this. I don't want a music executive to fucking hear my songs. Actually, take that back. Don't sign me. Not interested.